In the quiet confines of Lauren's dorm room, the atmosphere shifted abruptly as William's friend barged in. With a grave expression, he relayed distressing news to Lauren. His brother Roman had been involved in a heated altercation with William. The cause? William's anger over a hit he had received from Lauren during their scuffle. Shock washed over Lauren as he absorbed the gravity of the situation. According to William's friend, tensions escalated when William expressed his desire to break Lauren's arm, a threat that Roman had overheard. The revelation sent a chill down Lauren's spine. As if that weren't enough, William had whisked Roman away to meet with Count Castro following the confrontation. The mere mention of Count Castro sent Lauren's thoughts spiraling into a realm of apprehension. Realizing the potential danger his brother faced, Lauren's mind raced with concern. Guilt gnawed at him. If anything befell Roman because of his actions, Lauren knew he would never forgive himself. It was a burden heavy enough to crush even the stoutest of hearts. Driven by a surge of panic and determination, Lauren wasted no time. He bolted out of his room, his footsteps echoing down the corridor as he raced to find help. The urgency of the situation weighed heavily upon him as he contemplated the ominous implications of Roman's encounter with the formidable Count Castro. Desperate to ensure his brother's safety, Lauren reached for the only lifeline he could grasp, the magic call. With trembling hands, he summoned his father, his voice quivering with emotion as he relayed the dire circumstances. Roman, his beloved brother, was in peril, potentially ensnared within the labyrinthine machinations of the powerful Castro family. On the other end of the magical conduit, Romero, Lauren's father, received the distress call. Shock and fury mingled in his veins as he listened to his son's trembling voice. This wasn't a mere triviality, it was a cry for help, a plea born of genuine fear and anguish. Romero's hand slammed against the table in a display of righteous indignation. It was a testament to the depth of his concern for his sons, a primal instinct to protect his kin at all costs. Roman Dimitry pondered over Lauren's unexpected call. He couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to it than met the eye. Lauren, typically reserved, wouldn't break down like that unless something grave had occurred. Turning to his wife, Romero voiced his concerns, seeking her counsel in this moment of uncertainty. She understood the intricacies of their family's ties with the powerful Castros, deeply intertwined with the central government and the influential Marquis Benedict. Should we involve ourselves? Romero inquired, his voice heavy with worry, knowing full well the potential ramifications of their actions. His wife's response was swift, tinged with urgency. Do you truly doubt the gravity of the situation? Our eldest son's safety hangs in the balance. Our allegiance to the central government can wait. The Dimitris are not so feeble as to cower in fear. Gratitude flooded Romero's heart as he embraced his wife's wisdom. With newfound resolve, he issued commands to his loyal vassals, summoning them to the Dimitri palace without delay. There was no time to waste. Roman's life hung in the balance, teetering on the precipice of uncertainty. As the vassals gathered, Romero addressed them with a sense of solemn urgency. He informed them of Roman's perilous predicament, emphasizing the gravity of the situation. The clash with the Castro family had thrust their family into the throes of danger, and swift action was imperative to ensure Roman's safety. In the unfolding saga of Roman's plight, a dire situation has arisen. He has been forcibly taken to the powerful Castro family. However, this formidable adversary is no ordinary foe. It is intricately linked with the central government. In the face of this ominous threat, Roman Dimitry, Roman's father, refuses to be a passive observer. The gravity of the situation prompts him to seek the approval and support of those around him, recognizing the potential widespread rejection of his proposed course of action. Romero, fully aware of the risks of going up against the central government, is prepared for the arduous task that lies ahead. However, to his surprise, Jonathan, the captain of the Dimitri Knight Order, emerges as a staunch ally. Jonathan acknowledges the perilous nature of opposing the central government but underscores the urgency of protecting Roman, the eldest son of the Dimitri family. He boldly pledges not only his own life but the lives of his knights to ensure the safety of young Master Roman. The rallying cry extends beyond the realm of knights to the master of the blacksmiths, Hendrik. Hendrik asks Roman Dimitry to inform him about how much supplies the soldiers will need for the war. Hendrik expresses that young Master Roman is crucial for the future of the Dimitri family and disregards any concerns about the Castro family. He insists that Dimitri must protect Roman at all costs. Hendrik believes that everyone, including miners, iron mine workers, and residents of Dimitri territory, will support the decision to safeguard Roman. Romero is surprised by this overwhelming support, especially considering the Dimitri family's usual preference for peace. However, he realizes that now Dimitry must take on a leadership role in the Northeast region, united in their commitment to protecting Roman. The unanimous agreement to safeguard Roman extends throughout the Dimitry community, reaching even the iron mines. The news reverberates through the dark tunnels, reaching Jacob, who, upon hearing the urgency and the call to action, commands the miners to gather immediately. Despite their inability to directly participate in the impending conflict, Jacob urges his fellow miners to play a crucial role in preparing for war. The imperative is not lost on them. They must ready all necessary supplies and support those on the front lines. In a surprising turn of events, Morkan, entrusted with the safety of the miners, aligns himself with Jacob's fervor. Capital nobles have encroached upon the well-being of young Master Roman, and Morkan recognizes the need for an extraordinary response. He not only agrees with Jacob's directive but proposes an increase in production, advocating for a tireless work ethic even through the night. As the miners embark on this Herculean effort, their determination becomes palpable. Each swing of the hammer and every bead of sweat shed is a testament to their collective will to protect Roman. In this crucible of adversity, the Dimitry family, once known for its pursuit of peace, transforms into a united force ready to assert its influence as a regional power. As the urgency of Roman's safety intensifies, a remarkable transformation takes hold within the Dimitry clan. In a matter of mere minutes, every member of the family shifts into action with a singular focus to ensure Roman's return home unharmed. Yet, amidst this flurry of activity, those in the capital remain oblivious to the seismic shift occurring within the Dimitry family. Unaware of the bombshell that has been dropped, they continue with their own affairs, blissfully ignorant of the unfolding drama. After reaching out to his father for help, Loren emerges from his room, his mind swirling with a mix of apprehension and hope. He trusts that his father will intervene, but in the meantime, he grapples with the uncertainty of the situation. Determined to locate Roman, Loren steps outside, only to find a peculiar scene unfolding, a gathering of students, murmuring amongst themselves. Confusion gnaws at him as he wonders why they're congregated. His bewilderment deepens when he spots Roman amidst the crowd. Roman beckons him closer, his expression serious. In a bold move, Roman demands that William publicly apologize to Loren for his mistreatment. There's an undercurrent of threat in his words, a warning of consequences should William refuse. It's a startling demand, and Loren watches, wide-eyed, as the events unfold. Count Castro, a figure of authority, steps in, adding weight to Roman's demand. With a stern tone, he instructs William to apologize swiftly. William offers a sincere apology to Loren, acknowledging his past behavior of bullying as a wrongdoing. With humility, William kneels before Loren and implores him to accept his apology. He expresses regret for his actions and takes responsibility for them. Additionally, William makes the decision to withdraw from the academy and assures Loren that he will not cross his path again. Loren's head spins with the sudden turn of events. He's torn between disbelief and relief, struggling to comprehend the swift resolution. Count Castro, sensing Loren's hesitation, urges him to accept William's apology. Assurances follow, as Count Castro promises that such behavior won't repeat itself. A gesture of humility comes from Count Castro himself as he bows an apology to Loren. Later, as the commotion settles, Loren seeks answers from Roman. His brother's explanation sheds light on the deeper significance of the confrontation. It wasn't just about Loren. It was a stand against the injustices suffered by the Dimitry family at the hands of the Castros. Roman's actions were driven by a desire to uphold the honor of their name, to assert their dignity in the face of oppression. Roman's words resonate with Loren, stirring a mix of emotions within him. He's moved by his brother's unwavering resolve and the courage it took to confront the powerful Castros. As Loren reflects on the events of the day, he's filled with a newfound sense of pride in his family's legacy. In a tender moment, Roman reminds Loren of their shared identity as Dimitrys. He implores Loren to hold his head high, to embody the strength and resilience of their lineage. It's a poignant reminder of their bond, of the responsibility they bear to each other and to their family name. In the wake of the confrontation, a palpable shift occurs in the dynamics between the Dimitry and Castro families. The revelation of the Dimitry family's strength leaves Count Castro wary, dissuading him from any impulsive actions towards Loren. Loren, fueled by newfound enthusiasm, vows to heed Roman's earlier advice, refusing to let others mistreat him moving forward. A sense of resolution settles in the air, prompting a smile from Roman, who's relieved at the prospect of avoiding further familial discord. However, amidst the emotional aftermath, Lauren's thoughts are abruptly interrupted by the recollection of his earlier call with his father. Realizing the potential repercussions of the situation, Loren implores Roman to swiftly contact their father. The urgency in Lauren's voice reflects his concern for the unknown actions their father might take upon learning of the altercation. Meanwhile, at the Castro Palace, the repercussions of William's actions unfold. Count Castro, the patriarch of the Castro family, reacts with severity. A resounding slap echoes through the room as he chastises William for his grave mistake. Count Castro underscores the significance of Roman Dimitry in Cairo, highlighting the regard in which he is held by the influential powers of the city. Despite being the eldest son of the Castro family, William brought harm to Roman's younger brother. As a consequence, William found himself compelled to kneel before the public and offer a sincere apology. This unfortunate incident severely tarnished the reputation of the Castro family, as it became a subject of public discussion. The incident fueled perceptions that the Castro family lacked the insight to understand the dynamics within their kingdom, earning them the unwelcome label of being perceived as inept. Count Castro, frustrated by the turn of events, grappled with the fallout from William's actions, and the looming challenge of facing Marquis Benedict, a figure of considerable influence in the region. The damage inflicted on the Castro family's reputation becomes a point of deep concern for Count Castro, who laments the perception that they are incapable of understanding the prevailing sentiments within their own kingdom. Amidst this turmoil, a worker enters the room with unexpected news, a magic call from the Dimitry family. Count Castro finds himself in a state of astonishment and bewilderment upon learning of the situation. As he receives a call from Roman Dimitry, the latter asserts that while Count Castro, as a noble of the central government, may perceive Dimitry as weak, daring to interfere with one of the bloodlines of the Dimitry family is a grave mistake. Roman Dimitry makes it clear that he will not turn a blind eye to such actions, emphasizing the significance of the matter at hand. Count Castro is left in a state of bewilderment. He questions why Roman would escalate tensions over an incident that had seemingly concluded. With unwavering determination, Romero informs Count Castro that at the break of dawn, the Dimitry family will formally request a territory ward from the central government. This bold move signifies a direct challenge to the Castro family's influence and territorial claims. Furthermore, Romero declares that the Dimitry merchants will cease all transactions with the Castro family, cutting off a crucial source of supplies and revenue. This strategic maneuver not only weakens the Castros economically, but also sends a clear message of defiance. In a calculated move to further destabilize the Castro family, Romero announces his intention to collect on all outstanding debts owed by the Castros to the Golden Bank. This financial pressure adds another layer of complexity to the escalating conflict, placing additional strain on the Castro family's resources. But Romero's plans extend beyond mere economic warfare. He reveals that the Dimitry family has reached out to hostile factions opposed to the Castros, providing them with financial support and resources. This alliance with external adversaries amplifies the threat posed to the Castro family, as they now face opposition from within and without. Driven by a relentless determination to dismantle the Castro family's power structure, Romero is willing to resort to any means necessary. He acknowledges the potential risks and sacrifices involved, expressing a willingness to endure any hardship if it means achieving his ultimate goal of destroying the Castros. Count Castro, stunned by the severity of Romero's ultimatum, struggles to comprehend the magnitude of the situation. He is taken aback by the ruthlessness of the Dimitry family's tactics, recognizing shades of Romero's unwavering resolve in his son Roman's actions. The realization dawns upon him that he is facing an adversary who is equally determined and capable. Roman Dimitry issues a final warning to Count Castro, insisting that he release Roman immediately. Count Castro is taken aback by this demand, expressing confusion. He promptly assures Roman Dimitry that there must be a misunderstanding, as he is not holding any members of the Dimitry family captive at the moment. In a desperate attempt to defuse the escalating conflict, Count Castro assures Romero that the issue with Loren, which sparked the confrontation, has been resolved. He cites William's apology to Loren as evidence of their willingness to make amends. Upon hearing this, Roman Dimitry feels a pang of embarrassment. Count Castro reassures Romero that the issue concerning Roman has already been resolved, and he pledges to take every measure to prevent such incidents from occurring in the future. Acknowledging Count Castro's commitment, Roman Dimitry, feeling embarrassed, ends the call. As the scene shifts to the Dimitry territory, Romero reflects on the nature of leadership. He recognizes that true leaders are born with an innate ability to inspire and guide others, even in the face of adversity. Throughout the Dimitry territory, from the highest executives to the humblest artisans and miners, Roman has earned the affection and respect of all. As time passes, his father, Roman Dimitry, finds himself marveling at his son's growth. In a gathering of the Dimitry community, Romero surprises everyone by declaring that there will be no war. Instead, he announces a spontaneous celebration, urging everyone to revel as if there were no tomorrow. The prospect of a joyous gathering excites the crowd, injecting an air of anticipation and excitement into the atmosphere. The next day, the market buzzes with gossip about the recent events involving an apology from the eldest son of the Castro family to Loren, the youngest son of the Dimitry family. This unexpected display of humility from a member of the powerful Castro clan sends shockwaves through the capital, prompting speculation about a potential power shift in Cairo. Merchants who previously conducted business with the Dimitry family swiftly cut ties with the Castros in light of recent developments. Among them is Lucas, who takes it upon himself to educate the public about the implications of these actions. He explains that the Dimitry family's newfound favor among the elite has significantly altered the dynamics of power in the region. Despite initial skepticism about a border family challenging the entrenched influence of the Castros, what's even more alarming is that following the incident, all the major financial powers in Cairo began to favor the Dimitry family. Lucas explains that despite the clash between a central authority and a border family, the consensus has shifted in favor of the Dimitris. This turn of events has dramatically altered the standing of the Dimitry family, signaling a significant shift in their status. Then the scene shifts where Roman sits quietly, savoring a cup of tea. He reflects on his family's long-standing aversion to conflict and struggles to reconcile this with the recent turn of events. Roman finds it difficult to believe that his father, Baron Romero, would abruptly shift their stance on war solely for his sake. Instead, he realizes that the decision to pursue peace was a collective one, made by the core members of the Dimitry family. This revelation deepens Roman's appreciation for the bonds that bind them together and underscores the weight of their shared responsibilities. In the secluded society of Dimitry, a small community nestled in the borderlands, the decision was made to embark on a perilous journey to wage war in order to rescue Roman. Reflecting on his past life as a celestial being, where might dictated right and brutality was commonplace, Roman acknowledges the drastic changes he underwent. The experience molded him into someone far more extreme than he could have imagined. Yet, amidst these reflections, Roman finds solace in the realization that this life is different from his previous existence. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the Hector kingdom. Jackson and Butler are overjoyed to witness Edwin's awakening. Startled by his sudden return to consciousness, Edwin queries his whereabouts.